what happens to my assets if I die without an estate plan? Well, luckily for you, maybe, if you die without an estate plan, there are definitely rules in place that will determine how your assets are to be distributed. Generally speaking, those assets are going to be distributed to your next of kin, that being your spouse, your children, and so on. The issue is, depending on what state you're in, the distribution may not be exactly as you want it. For example, in South Carolina, if you die without an estate plan and you have assets and you're married, half of your assets will be distributed between your children and the other half to your spouse. So if you're a person, for example, who would want all of your assets to go to your spouse, then you would not want to rely on the state's plan as your estate plan. You would want to have your own. If you don't generally care what happens and you're okay with your assets just being distributed to whoever the state wants, then you're perfectly fine not having an estate plan. I'd like to say, though, that everyone should have an estate plan because you want to be in control. You want to be in charge of who your assets go to, and you certainly want to be in charge of who is going to administer your estate after your passing. So an estate plan is definitely a must. Intestacy rules are in place to ensure that your assets go to your next of kin, but it's not always the most ideal situation.